Sometimes I gotta remember, because sometimes but I find out that it's best for me to have no rebukes for anybody. And my fathers and my angels know exactly who did what, why they did it, and they're gonna handle it. So I have to remind myself to keep my mouth closed. But my spirit is like, and my flesh is like, I guess my flesh. Well, both are kind of like, but I have to. My spirit has control over my flesh. My flesh is like, I just gonna, I didn't, and once a, but my spirit's like, no, don't worry, we got it, 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 we got it. Okay, yeah. So I read The Regrets of the Wicked. Regrets of the wicked. On that day, the righteous one, full of confidence, will stand before those who oppressed her and made light of her labors. They will be amazed to see her safe and will tremble with terrible fear. Then they will regret what they did and groan in anguish. They will say to each other, "This is the one we made fun of. We thought she was a joke. What fools we were. We thought she was crazy to live the way she did. And when it seemed that she died, we didn't honor her. And now here she is, God's own child, with a place of her own among her people, among her children. We were the ones who wandered off the right road. We never lived in the light of her love and her righteousness. We never caught the first glimmer of her light. All our lives we wandered across unmarked deserts instead of following the road which love wanted us to travel. Mother love wanted us to travel. And this lawlessness led us to ruin. We were so proud of ourselves. We bragged about how rich we were, and now what good has it done us? All those things are gone now. Gone now. They have disappeared like a shadow, like something you hear and then forget. The ship sails across the waves of the ocean, but when it's gone, it leaves no trace. You cannot tell it was ever there. A bird flies through the air but leaves no sign that it has been there. It speeds along, riding through the thin air by force of its wings, leaving behind no trace of its passing. An arrow splits the air when it is shot at a target, but once the air closes up behind it, and no one can tell once the air closes up behind it, no one can tell where it passed. It is the same with us wicked ones. We were born and then we ceased to be. We left no sign of virtue behind us. We were destroyed by our own wickedness. What hope do wicked people have? Only the hope of straw blown about the wind, the hope of ocean foam that disappears in the storm, the hope of smoke in the breeze. Their hope lasts no longer than their memory of a guest who stayed one night and leaves the next. But the righteous one live on forever. Her father will reward her, the Most High will protect her. He will give her royal splendor and a magnificent crown. He will shield her with his powerful arm. He will go out into battle determined to defeat her enemies and use the creation itself as a weapon. Food, clothes, people, things. As a weapon against all evildoers towards me. Their words, deeds, and their thoughts. Righteousness will be her armor. Genuine justice will be her helmet. Holiness will be her invincible shield. She will sharpen her stern anger. My father will sharpen his stern anger into a sword, and the forces of nature will join her and battle against those who are foolish enough to oppose her. Bolts of lightning will strike right on target, as if love had made a bow out of the clouds and was shooting arrows. Hailstones will beat down on her enemies with terrible force. The ocean and rivers will come rushing over them in devastating flood. Like I said, human beings, those who are suffering. This ocean can go on forever and ever and ever and going to completely cover Staten Island. They ain't gonna know what time of the day that flood is coming. And after my dad burns this place up, New Jersey, the ocean will come up. There's going to be destruction everywhere. Great windstorms will blow them away like straw. Lawlessness will be the ruin of the whole world. Lawless men and lawless females, lawless males and lawless females will be like not obeying my commands will be the ruin of the whole world. Evil actions will cause governments to fall. So then you kings that are rising up in righteousness, in love, you rulers of the world over, listen to what Mother Love is saying to you this day. Hear me and learn from my words. You govern many lands and are proud that so many people are under your rule. Be afraid. Be afraid to take office and rule over the human race. Be deathly afraid. Be willing to put your life on the line for your people. And that means you got to believe in love. You got to believe in Mother God and her love and protection and her healing and her righteousness, her love for you. And you got to be devoted in your heart. We'll find out. Oh, my dad's going to test everybody's love for me throughout the whole earth. They say, oh, you really love my daughter. So we'll see. We'll see. Don't test my love for you by going out and jumping off cliffs and jumping out of airplanes for no reason. And you're not a soldier of love. But you're going to be tested. You're going to be tested by fire. In the storms and everything, and you're praying out, Mother Love, save us, save us, and you're praying in my name. We'll see. My Father's going to test every heart. So then you governors, you govern many lands and are proud that so many people are under your rule. But this authority has been given to you by love and my Father, the Most High. He will examine what you have done and what you plan to do. And I too, in your presence, will examine what you have done. He will tell me what you've done and what you plan to do. And that's why I can say, no, you won't be king. And yeah, you will be king. No, you got to take a sit down and I'm going to raise you up. So people who said that, oh, I'm going to be king of this and I'm going to be king of there, I'm going to be king of there. I'm going to find out your heart when you come before me. When I come visit your countries, I will know if you're fit to continue to rule and reign that country. I will examine what you have done and what you plan to do. You rule on behalf of love and my kingdom. And if you do not govern justly, if you do not uphold the laws of love, if you do not live according to love's will, you will suffer sudden and terrible punishment. Judgment is especially severe on those in power over human beings. Common people may be mercifully forgiven for their wrongs, but those in power will face a severe judgment. Love, mother love of all, is not afraid of anyone, no matter how great they are. She provides for all equally, but she will judge. But I will judge the conduct of rulers more strictly. It is for you, mighty kings, that I write these words so that you may know how to act wisely and avoid mistakes. These are holy matters, and if you treat them in a holy manner, you yourselves will be considered holy. And if you learn this lesson, you will be able to defend yourselves at the judgment. So then, make my teaching your treasures and joy, and you will be well instructed, and you will save your own lives and your children and your children's lives. So, all the wicked witches of Eastwick that now are children have repented because you now recognize your sin against me. It is now time for me to teach you how you should live going forward. Okay. Oh, let's continue with the men first. First Timothy, because I just finished speaking about the kings. 1 Timothy 3:12. Okay, let's go there. Timothy 3:12. Okay, guys, I'm going to try and get these things done today. I love my baby. I love you. Okay, First Timothy 3:12. Okay. Okay, so most likely the men that are to um, be leaders of different towns in my they're in my state, they will have a certain air about them. They're not looking at anyone else's wife. They love their wives. They respect other men. And they care for the people that they rule over. And they follow my commands. No questions asked. The commands of my husband, because a lot of times, you guys, I've done. When I'm done, I'm done. My rest, when my husband goes out and he speaks on behalf of me and my father. I'm not going to be speaking to people much. This is me. Just that's me. I will not be speaking much. Okay? I hope he's been practicing public speaking. He will speak, my dad. Anyways, everything will be perfect. Everything will be perfect. The worries that I have today, the concerns that you guys have today, are just worries that, like, you will not have tomorrow. Do you understand? Because the more and more you trust me, the more and more you worship me in your heart, and you love me, and you dream of me at night in a respectful, and you're so you're excited for the future. You guys are excited for my union with my husband. I know when I speak about things like us, like having fun, I just look in the sky. I know somebody just knows that she doesn't look, because when I'm speaking, because somebody knows you really want to know, but not in a bad way. You're just like, why does she always look in the sky and around? She doesn't look directly. Because I guess my spirit knows that all those good things come from above. When I speak about good things, I look up to my Father, because all those good things are with Him right now. Physically, I can see it, you know? I can see it in my heart. I can see your faces in my heart. I can see I can feel your love in my heart, and the happiness and the joy that you guys so eagerly want, just as I do, you know? You're tired of smelling stank smells here in our country. You're tired of the arguing, the fighting, the yelling, the disarray, people really not telling the truth of who I am. And you hear them saying Jesus, and you hearing them calling themselves children of God. And even those who are paid to come on and say Jesus, they're tired of lying, and until they stop lying, they're going to be tortured, because they're telling lies. They keep saying Jesus and God the Father, and when they know the truth and they don't speak it. So it's going to get worse, especially the females. You know. So yeah, I do speak when I speak about good things because it's in my heart. It's a blessed is she who believes and does not see. More blessed is she, right? I'm looking at it, it says the spirit, false teachers. The spirit says clearly that some people will abandon love in later times. They will obey lying spirits and follow the teachings of demons. Such teachings are spread by deceitful liars whose conscience are dead as if burnt with a hot iron. Such people teach that it is wrong to marry and eat certain foods, but love created those foods to be eaten after a prayer of thanksgiving by those who are believers in mother love and have come to know her to be the truth. Everything that love has created is good. Nothing is to be rejected, but everything is to be received with prayer and thanksgiving to mother love, because the word of love and prayer makes it acceptable to love. It makes it acceptable to eat. So pig's feet, whatever you want to eat, pork chops, whatever you want to eat, whatever you drink, whatever you do, it in the name of mother love, and eat it and enjoy it. I remember getting pickled pig's feet when I was little. And I had this sandwich today, you guys. This Canadian bacon, I'm not going to front. It was good. Okay, so let's talk. I got to end this video because the downloads take forever and I want to get them out as soon as possible. I love you guys. Mwah. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.